I remember the exact moment she walked through the front door. It was after 6 a.m. The sky still had that soft pre-dawn glow, and the birds had just begun to chirp. I'd been sitting in the kitchen since 4 o'clock, watching the clock, sipping cold coffee, listening for the sound of her key in the lock. And when she finally came in, she was smiling. Not a tired smile. Not a guilty one. No, this was the smirk of someone who thought they had gotten away with something. She looked alive. Makeup slightly smudged, heels dangling from one hand, hair messy like she'd been dancing or something else. But I already knew. "Hey, babe," she said casually like nothing was wrong. "Didn't want to wake you. Girls' night ran late. You know how it is." I didn't answer. She didn't notice right away. She was too busy tossing her shoes by the stairs and heading for the fridge, like it was just another Sunday morning. Then she finally looked at me, really looked, and her smile faltered just a little. "You're up early," she said, trying to sound casual. I nodded slowly. I could feel the weight of the envelope on the table in front of me. "I couldn't sleep," I said. "Too much on my mind." She glanced at the envelope, but didn't ask. She opened the fridge, poured herself some orange juice, and leaned against the counter. She wouldn't meet my eyes. Something in her shifted, just a flicker in her shoulders, a hesitation in her breath. That's when I stood up and calmly slid the envelope across the table toward her. She stared at it. "What's this?" she asked, her voice tightening. "Open it." She didn't move at first. Then, slowly, reluctantly, she picked it up, tore it open, and pulled out the photos. The smile vanished. Her lips parted slightly. Her hand froze. They were high resolution, taken from a friend's phone. He happened to be at the same bar that night. I didn't even ask him to take them. He just sent them with the caption, "You need to see this. Man." Her in a short dress. Her at the bar. Her laughing in some guy's arms. Then leaving with him. Then the hotel. I didn't need to see anything beyond that. She stared at the photos in silence, not even trying to deny it. Her face went pale. The fake confidence dissolved. Shame. Maybe fear. I wasn't sure. I just didn't care anymore. "I can explain," she finally whispered, but it sounded hollow. I shook my head. "You already did. With every choice you made last night." She stepped toward me, hand reaching out like that might undo what she'd done. It was a mistake. I was drunk. It didn't mean anything. "I was home," I said quietly. "I was home the whole time. I made dinner, lit candles, thought maybe we could fix things. Talk, reconnect." I waited until midnight. I paused. Then I saw the pictures. Tears welled up in her eyes. "I didn't mean to." "But you did," I said. "You meant to get dressed up. You meant to flirt. You meant to go with him. You meant to lie when you walked through that door, smiling like you were proud of yourself." I picked up a second envelope. This one was heavier. I tossed it onto the table. "What's that?" she asked, voice shaking. "Divorce papers," I said. "Already signed. Just need yours." She looked like she'd been slapped. "I made copies of everything. The photos, the texts, your social media check-ins. It's all in there. I didn't come here to fight," I added. "I came here to finish this." Her hands trembled as she reached for the envelope. She didn't open it, just stared at it like it might explode. Then she sat down slowly, tears rolling down her cheeks. She whispered something I'll never forget. "I thought you didn't care anymore." That was the dagger. "I cared," I said. "That's the worst part. I cared so much that I let myself believe you were just going through a phase. That maybe if I loved you a little harder, you'd come back. But now I see you were already gone." Silence. The only sound was her crying softly into her hands. I picked up my keys, walked to the door, looked back one last time. "You were right about one thing," I said. "This is the last time you'll ever see me cry over you." Then I walked out. I didn't slam the door, didn't scream, didn't make a scene, because sometimes the loudest goodbye is the one you don't explain. And that smirk she wore when she walked in, it never came back.